Recording. The Wrestling Realm presents Wrestling for the Culture, where we highlight pro wrestlers and pro wrestling personalities of color. Here's your host, Brian H. Waters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week on Wrestling for the Culture, I'm joined by not one, but two of the founding fathers of C3W Wrestling. That is two legends in the building, Quicksilver and Richie Fingaz. What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Yo.
C3W. C3W. C3W.
Yeah, definitely appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate y'all coming on. You know, as a lifelong wrestling fan, you know, it's a great thing to see representation, especially in the area. So I'm in the Baltimore area, you know, Baltimore, DMV, they close together, but to see that me, my friends, we can attend a company and support a company that's Black owned in this area. When did y'all decide, like, now was the time to put this together? I know y'all been going for a while. When did y'all decide? How did this come about?
I'll let Richie take that one.
Yeah, so I mean, long story short, you know, I've been a wrestling fan all my life, you know what I'm saying? And the thing was, I've also been an entertainer most of my life, you know, being a musician and stuff. So I just kind of put one and two together a few years ago, you know, traveling around the country looking at different independent promotions. And you know, the thing is, DC never had an independent promotion. You know what I mean? Like I know Baltimore has, but actually Baltimore has, Philly. You know, a lot of other major cities, even small towns, but we don't. You know what I mean? So, about back in 2019, Casino and I just came together. Me, him, and two other guys, G Postal and Aaron, the pharmacist, which is our voice of C3W. We came together and just decided, hey, let's go ahead and, you know, it's time. So in a nutshell, that's the story.
All right, so quick, you are, you know, the voice of, you know, entertainment in this area. There's no doubt about it. You know, people know you for having clubs and really being the guy who's the party kingpin. What made you decide to get into wrestling?
So I grew up as a wrestling fan. And as I got older, I kind of drifted away from being a wrestling fan. So Rich and Casino, who's our other partner with C3W, me and Casino have been friends and business partners for years and years. And he had told me about it a few years ago. And I saw it and I was like, but I'm a person, I'm a businessman first. And I always I look at numbers. And when I saw that the money and the potential for wrestling leagues, I mean, the wrestling fans, it's like a cult. And I always tell people, you know, you don't appreciate wrestling until you go see it live. Seeing it on TV and seeing it, but when you see it live, it's a different appreciation. So Rich and Casino are inviting me out maybe a year and some change ago to a match. And when I saw it again as an adult, I felt like a kid again. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, yo, I got to be a part of this. I got to be a part of this. Briefly, we negotiated, and then they brought me in as another partner with the wrestling league, and I'm excited to be a part of this wrestling league, man. Salute to Rich, who's the brainchild behind this. But my reasoning for really wanting to invest in C3W is that I believe that I can bring my world to wrestling. I have an entertainment, you know, I own nightclubs, I own DJ schools, and I'm radio. And a lot of my world, they were wrestling fans as kids, and they kind of went away from it. I said, if I can take Rich and Casino's blueprint, put my marketing that I know I can do behind it, and really bring my world into it, now we can make wrestling a humongous thing. Because I feel like a lot of my followers, they used to like wrestling, but now I know for a fact once they come to see a C3W match live, they're gonna be wrestling fans all over again. And that's my vision. My vision is to bring the club world to the match. And I'm not sure you've been to any of our matches, but we really do it up. So we have, you know, VIP service, we have bottle service. Like we make ours different than anything. And I think, you know, we're on the path to being one of the number one independent Black-owned wrestling leagues in the world.
I'm glad that we was able to talk because, you know, in the mainstream in the WWE, there's been a lot of releases lately, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's a business thing. But one of the things that was tweeted out, and I was happy to see y'all mention when they said I believe Chris Bay said, we need a black-owned wrestling fed. And somebody, they tagged y'all. They said, look, they right here in DC. It's a lot of
Muscle
companies
Man.
out there, you know. Let me ask
Right.
you, Rich, who was some of your inspiration? Because you said you traveled and saw other independent wrestling promotions. And I've worked behind the scenes at a couple of indie feds, like Real Championship Wrestling here in Baltimore, the Women's Superstar United up in Jersey, C3W. So I've seen like the grind, and I always have the utmost respect for promoters because I know what you deal with as far as talent and fans and egos. Who was some of your inspiration behind the scenes?
Well, so in 20, I think it was 2018. I decided, well, it was 2018 and 2019, one of those years. What I did, I went to Massachusetts to see Chaotic Wrestling. I went back up there to see Ring of Honor's War of the Worlds. I went to Define Seattle. I went to Reality of Wrestling in Texas. I went to 2 MLW shows, one in Philly, one in New York. And I was actually planning on going to see Progress in the UK in that same year. But see, I wanted to do that just because, like, again, see, I used to play in bands in DC, so I kind of understand how to throw, how to kind of put on a show. But like when it came to the wrestling piece, I just wanted to see like every little aspect they did. Now, the Five was the one that impressed me the most because they had the best lighting, they had the best, they basically had the best production out of everybody, at least to me. Them in MLW. So, once I kind of saw that. I was like, yeah, we need to throw our hands in that. And like just like Quick said, being from the DMV area, we're a party area at the end of the day. We like to enjoy ourselves, we like to drink, smoke our hookah, you know what I'm saying, roll that J up, hit that cigar. And why not do all that if why do
Your phone, you press mute or something.
sorry about
There we
that.
go.
Sorry about that. Somebody was trying to call me. And why not do that with wrestling, you know what I mean? So um and there you have it, C3W, Capital Combat Championship Wrestling.
One thing I was really impressed about too, Brian, is that and this
Can
is
you hear
this is
me?
yeah, we can hear you. This is not taking anything
You
away
can hear
from
me?
the wrestling league. We can hear you. You good.
Oh
But
snap!
like what I
I
loved about
can't hear though.
C3W is that like if you come to our
Somehow.
match, like we really have hundreds of people. A lot of the other independent promoters,
Dang.
we would go peeking
I
on their
can't hear.
matches, and it'd be maybe 20, 30, 40 people. Um,
Yeah.
every match we've thrown up until COVID happened, of course, we had 200-300 people. So the
Right.
C3W fan base is already there, and now my goal is just to enhance it, and I guarantee in the next year, prayerfully we get through this COVID. We're gonna have 2,000-3,000 people at our matches. Like we really have a really supportive following that really follows C3W, and I think that's what I was most impressed about. Is that, like, whenever I invest in something, I got to see the return on the investment. And I know for a fact, I said the potential for C3W is endless.
Now let me ask you this quick. You talked about bringing the entertainment world into wrestling, especially a lot of them were fans before. How
Mhm.
was those conversations with your peers and your other business partners and people that you wanted to consume the product, especially when you're telling them like they're not coming to see a Rock or a Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Right.
they're coming to see up and coming wrestlers.
So the good thing is we actually have some wrestlers that's wrestling for C3W. I wish Rich, hopefully he comes back in. But like I said, when COVID happened, a lot of those WWE wrestlers were laid off. We picked up some of the wrestlers, so we have some names of people. Now, I don't have it right in front of me. Rich and Casey will have all that, but we have some guys who were professional on WWE that are already household names. And then the good
Okay.
thing about it, a lot of people in my world, I found out after doing my research, like Wale, for instance, humongous
Yeah.
wrestling fan, humongous.
Uh-huh.
So when I first posted about it, he texted me like, "Dude, you got a wrestling league?" He said, "You do, like that's my lane." I said, "I know, and I'm gonna need you." So like that's my vision. My vision is to bring the celebrity status, and now have a lot of my celebrity friends hosting matches as celebrity ring masters or celebrity bottle girls, just to really make it an experience. When you come to see a C3W match, I want it to be that you're a wrestling fan and you enjoy it, but more importantly, you enjoy the whole overall experience of being at a C3W match. And I think that's what's going to separate us from a lot of matches. A lot of matches are just about the wrestling. Ours is about the experience. The wrestlers are amazing. Everybody's professional. Everybody's trained. It's an amazing show. But on top of the wrestling, You're gonna have bottle service. You're gonna have VIP section. Like you're gonna really feel like this is a nightclub now in wrestling leagues, and that's gonna be the vision of C3W.
Yeah,
One of the
sorry
things
about
that,
that. Somebody was trying
oh
to
yeah,
call me and it knocked the audio out. Sorry about
You
that.
good, buddy?
so good. One of the things I like that what y'all do is y'all having the scholarships for people who want to become wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
Can y'all just elaborate a little bit on more so the fans out there listening, because a lot of people want to be wrestlers, and sometimes they say don't
Right.
try this at home, but we've all done it. You see I got my championship belts, best believe, with my kids. I done defended a couple of them, but
Okay.
there are people who want to actually get in the ring for real. So can you talk about the scholarship program that you offer for them?
So right now, in a nutshell, what we're doing in exchange, so we give everybody like a bill, so to speak, and it says how much wrestling training costs. And everybody knows wrestling training isn't cheap. However, what we're doing is we're offering more so, in a nutshell, an internship. That way, not only are you training to wrestle, you're also learning how to put the ring up, set the ring down, and you're also learning how to be a part of a wrestling show. So you kind of get hands-on training on the promotion, as well as learning how to lock up and do all the other good stuff that comes with the with the wrestling craft. So we have, and what we've been doing, we will be bringing well, let me back up. So what we're doing, our shows are every second Sunday and every fourth Sunday. So what we'll be doing is 3 hours before the show, we'll be having training. But like I said, at the same time, the guys will be putting the ring up, setting the ring down, help stage the room, et cetera, et cetera. So in exchange for paying us, we're giving them an internship, and that's kind of unheard of in the wrestling industry. So and like the last show, we had about 20 kids come out. So
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Another
definitely
thing,
unheard of.
another thing he asked me about, Rich, and I couldn't remember, but I was telling him that some of the professional wrestlers that wrestle for WWE and stuff like that, we picked some of them up. Can you tell them some of the
oh yeah.
people that we have that are professional that people already know?
Well, I know you guys have heard of a lot of people heard of James Ellsworth. We had him. We had him before the pandemic. Our former champion was T.J. Perkins, which was WWE's first cruiserweight
Former
champion.
cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, and he was also, not too long ago, Impact's X Division champ. We're working on a lot of guys coming through now, especially since a lot of guys were released. And we also developed a working relationship with C3W, Combat Zone Wrestling. So through them, we're gonna bring a lot of guys down here. And I'm just gonna mention a few names, being Shane Strickland and Only Lorky. But I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'll let y'all catch that one how you want. But yeah, it's we're doing a lot of working relationships with Impact guys, and a lot of the guys that's been on our shows recently have also taken part in AEW's Dark show as well. So,
Yeah,
with
I
us,
know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I mean, no, just with us. My thing is this: if you can pop the C3W crowd, you can pop national TV, because see, like Quick was saying, like most of the people that come to our shows right now aren't even like the indie wrestling fans, or how they say, the marks. We don't have none of those yet. Everybody that we have are like people that were fans of wrestlers growing up. You know what I mean? But like they become fans. You know what I mean? But so fans like that, you can't, certain ways you can't wrestle because they don't know you. You feel what I'm saying? So you kind of have to kind of really be a showman to pop our crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the people that you have there is a good friend of mine, Mr. Grimm, the Hitman for
Okay.
Hire. One of your former
Yeah.
champions. You talk about just real quick about his like watching him develop. Because I remember when he first started, and when I saw him
Okay.
wearing y'all gold. Me personally, I was proud. I just wanted to bring him up real quick.
That's my guy, man.
Hey, no, Grim is a good kid. He has good mind for wrestling. Very athletic, especially for his size, to be able to move around the ring, jump, flip. I mean, he sells. Grim is a star. And he's gonna be one of our key guys moving forward, because now, so what we're doing now, we're going more so into storyline wrestling, or should I say, how they say, real wrestling. And so he's gonna be a character that you're gonna see through through all of this. So everybody out there, keep your eyes for the Hitman for Hire.
Yeah.
That's a D.
Yeah, he put them in body bags.
Zip
Absolutely.
them up, baby.
We can't wait to get you to a match, Brian. We got to get you out to a C3W match. Our next match is coming up. Rich, talking about the next
Yes,
match.
indeed. Yeah, 12-12.
Yeah.
12-12. We got one of the Money Team boxers on that show as one of our referees. So definitely come out to that one.
All right, yeah, definitely. I'm definitely, obviously check the schedule here because I saw that and I was like, definitely trying to get down there. And like I said, definitely appreciate all the work that y'all doing. Just to let the people know before we get out of here, let them know where they can find you on all social media platforms and if they interested in doing an internship or if they want to even sponsor. I know there's sponsorship opportunities too.
Absolutely.
All right, so if you want to, so our main social media driver is Instagram. So you can follow us on Instagram at C3 Wrestling. We do have a Twitter. That's C3W Live, and our Facebook is C3W. Anyone who's interested in booking C3W for an event, if you're interested in sponsoring C3W, and also if you're interested in becoming a wrestler with C3W, you can hit our email address. It's info@c3wrestling.com.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta ask this one last question, especially because y'all, promoters. Will we ever see y'all in the ring? Sometimes we've seen Vince McMahon get in the ring.
No.
We've seen Eric Bischoff get in the
Quick will
ring.
be in there before I will, man.
Well, I can tell you this. Will Quicksilver be in the ring? I can't say yes or no to that. But what I can say yes to, and me and Rich, we've already talked about this, and we're going to implement this soon in one of the next shows. You're going to see Quicksilver get into it with one of these wrestlers real soon. And I might have to drop the hand on one of these wrestlers real soon.
Hit him with that hand, that DJ hand, baby.
That's all.
Yeah.
If you don't know the match, you'll see the recap videos. But yes, I got a feeling one of these wrestlers is going to come at me sideways soon, and I'm gonna have to let them know I still got these hands in real life.
Jump out of pocket. He gonna hit you with the DJ. Yeah.
Get out.
Powder and everything, baby. Where my powder at?
Yeah.
I won't say never. Here's the thing. Like I'm a gym rat. I'm actually at the gym right now. So like
see.
You've
been a fan all your life.
I mean, the thing is, like, I respect it enough to put like this. I'll never say never, but right now, hell no. But but the crazy part about it is I've been involved with so many matches already. I've had to make 3 counts. I've had to I always find myself involved in each show. So, you never know. So, I'm gonna keep it there. I've been working on a few things, but I got to keep some of that in the bag.
In the words of Rich, this is scheduled for 1-4.
1-4.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I definitely appreciate your time. Definitely
shout out to Casino.
Yeah, definitely.
He couldn't make it on there. He handled something else. But everybody use the hashtag C3W, man. C3W on everything, man. You can follow the hashtag Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, even though there's different handles. The hashtag is consistent. C3W, man. We're a marketing machine, and we're gonna take this thing to the top. Y'all know for a fact I wouldn't waste my time getting involved in anything. I got a million things going on. For me to
got too much to do.
For a fact I believe in this, and I know for a fact this is going to be one of the greats.
And before we get out of here, I gotta give a shout out to my boy 2 Champs of the Big Gold Belt Wrestling Podcast and J Lee Photography, because they put y'all over.
Yeah, those are my folks right there. Those are good people.
Yeah, they put y'all over. So I definitely wanted to make sure I give them a shout out. It's all love here. So definitely looking forward to supporting y'all. So I'm gonna get one of these shows, whether it's this year, next year, but I'm definitely gonna get there. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we got a seat for you, man. You can sit right next to Quicksilver, front row, baby.
In the front.
All right, I love it. All right.
All right, man. Have a good one, man.
I appreciate it so much, man. Y'all be safe. Thanks.
C3W, baby.
C3W. Thank you, brother.
All right, no problem.
All right, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this week's episode of Wrestling for the Culture. For more episodes or more content from the Wrestling Realm Network, hit the subscribe button down low. Make sure you turn on the bell for notifications. Till the next time, too sweet.